this today is that I also saw that there was a brand new HenLoader version 2.1 poops only that has been released, and I thought now would be a really great time to go ahead and try this new ISO image out. Now, first off, let's jump back over into the release notes here, and let's look at what it says in the description. So it does say, "Hi all, the new beta is out. These updates, along with more coming soon, are groundwork for the upcoming PS5 project that they have been working on." Now it says down here in the changelog that they added the game patch menu and downloader from Illusion's repository. They also improved the FTP speed, improved the ELF support in the payloader server. So this was previously named BinLoader, but now since it is supporting ELF files, the new name is going to be Payloader. And then finally, fixed remote play enabler for PS4's 12.02. Now, there is a note here that says the game patch menu is only active if the game patch plugin is enabled and only when the game is not running. Okay, so for those of you that maybe already have a BD-JB disk that is working, you would simply come in here and you would put in a number that you want to donate, and then obviously from here you would just go ahead and check out, and then finally you could scroll down here to view content and download this 7Z file. Now, once this is downloaded, you would simply need to copy the GoldHEN.bin to the root of the USB drive and just name it payload.bin, and it will automatically pick it up. Now, you all know from previous episodes that I love to play around with different GoldHEN autoloaders that comes out, as it seems like a lot of you liked this one. Now, I did go back to this repository, and I did notice that they have not updated it with the latest GoldHEN, but I don't think that really matters because there is this other one over here that seems to be doing exceptionally well, and I thought we would go ahead and play with this release today. So if we go ahead and go to the page that they link to here, you'll see this is called InLoader version 2.1 poops only, and here it states that it is ultra fast, so 3 seconds. This one does have the very latest GoldHEN that just came out, so you don't need to copy it to a USB drive or anything like that. This one is also using only poops voice, so there's no lapse here. And then it states that they added native application, so I'm guessing PS4 Explorer would be included on this. They say that it is very fast and it can automatically run, and that you would just need to go right here and download this ISO image. So I'm going to go ahead and download this on my local computer, and you should go ahead and do the same. And so from here, I'm just going to load up Image Burn. We're going to write an image to a disk. I'm going to select that ISO image that I just downloaded. And then from here, we can go ahead and look down in the destination, make sure that is all correct, and we are going to hit right here. So give this just a moment and it should finish up. Okay, and at this point it has been completed. Let's go ahead and take this over to the PlayStation 4. Okay, back over on the PlayStation 4 here, I'm going to go ahead and insert that disc, and we'll give it just a second. Okay, so this one is going to be AGL version 2.1 poops only. Okay, so before we go ahead and run that, let me just go over here to settings real quick, and let me scroll down here and show you that currently right now, I am running a 12.52 system, which is obviously compatible with this. Okay, let's go ahead and let's give it a shot here. Okay, and it looks like that was extremely fast. I'll have to go back and look at the footage here. That definitely did not take 3 seconds in order for it to work. So right there, we can see the date and the time was updated. Wow. That was lightning fast. So let's go up here to GoldHEN, and we can go right here to plugin settings, and right there is the new option. So we definitely are on the very latest build of GoldHEN here. So let's go ahead and stay within the plugin settings and go ahead and talk about the first feature, which is added the game patch menu and the downloader. So let's go ahead and let's scroll down to where it says Update Patch Archive. And we are connected to the internet right now, but we can see that for the patch source here, you can use the net, which is coming from GitHub, or you could manually put this on a USB drive or a hard disk drive, and that is pretty cool. And then there is a patch selection here. So by default, it is on all patches, which is absolutely great, or you can just install the one for the games that you already have installed on your PlayStation 4. Let's go ahead and let's update our patch archive. So I'm going to press X here and let it pull this down from the net. So it says updating patches. And now it says patches have been updated. Now again, in order to use these patches, we have to have this enabled, which is Enable Game Patch Plugin. And also from this screen right here, we can also update the plugin archive. Now, this was already there, but I do think it's pretty neat that you can update your plugins, patches, and cheats all from within GoldHEN. So while we are in here, let's just go ahead and update our cheats as well, and then we're going to try this with the game. So I'm going to come right over here into cheat settings, and we are going to take the option here to update the cheat archive. So it says downloading the cheats here. And in this instance, the cheat selection is only for installed games. But again, you could come in here and just change this to all cheats and then come back up to update the cheat archives. And if there is any additional cheats, then it will just go ahead and pull those down. Okay, now at this point, let's go ahead and get back to our main menu, and we're going to take a look at the game patches. So here I have got PT, since it is so famous, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the options button here. And what you're going to see is that we have a GoldHEN patch menu. So let's press X on this screen. And right here, we can go ahead and we can enable some of these game patches. So the first one we're going to turn on is going to be the 60 frames per second patch. We are going to keep on the lens flare as well as the camera blur and maybe disable the film grain that's on that. So let's go ahead and go back here. And now again, one thing to note is that you can only go in this patch menu here before the game has started. So make sure that you go ahead and make your selections before you start the game. So now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and press X here and load up PT. And it says 2 patches applaud. It says 2 patch lawns applaud. Okay, so here we are inside of the game, and I guess the film grain has been removed, and we should be running now at 60 frames per second. So that all looks like it is running just good. And so now that the game is running, we can go ahead and go back to our main menu here, and we're going to press options again. And now you'll see we have the ability to use some of those cheats. So right here, we've got the GoldHEN cheats menu, and we're going to press X on that. And well, for this title, it doesn't look like there are any cheats for it. But if you did have a game that had a cheats, then those would be showing as well. But again, pretty darn cool stuff that we're starting to see over here in the PlayStation 4 scene, so it absolutely is not dead just yet. Now, the next thing that was mentioned was improved ELF support in the payloader server. So really, this is just a bit of a name change here. So if you go to the server settings here, what you're going to see right here is this one is titled Enable Payloader Server, and before this one was the Bin Loader Server. Now, the reason that this makes, again, a lot of sense is that now this not only just supports bin files, but it also supports ELF files, which is going to be very, very sweet to just keep enhancing our PlayStation 4 experience here. So you would just simply put an X in that if you wanted to turn on one of those servers. And so it looks like the menu here has just been cleaned up a little bit. Again, you don't see the Klog settings on the main screen anymore. Those are now tucked inside of this. Now again, you can do all those great things, such as enabling rest mode support, enabling the BD app auto kill. All of that type of stuff has already been available in previous releases. So I think that is going to do it for this one. I just wanted to say thank you so very much for watching the channel. I greatly do appreciate all of your support, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael